We got Charleston White, destroying interviewers. Let's get it.
To walking out of another. Here at times, Charleston White straight up checked these interviewers. Things started to get tense when CEO Inky asked Charleston a question that pushed the wrong buttons.
What's wrong with you? What? Like, what you be on? Like, what's your angle? Like the way, like, what you? I'm angry.
It went from casual to a little too real, and Charleston was trying to hold it together. You know how it is. When you're in front of the cameras, you gotta keep that composure. So it was going well until Block BGE jumped in, throwing in some more heat.
You ain't always popping your shit like you were happy. So now you contradicting shit. I be checking you out. You popping shit like you like a rapper or something, right?
Well, the rappers have always mimicked the street, the players from the street. The rappers have never came up with their own ideas.
Now that's when the tension really kicked in. You could see Charleston's mood starting to change a little, and you know he's not the type to take a hit like that without pushing back. Block BGE pressed him more by asking him another question.
You a carbon cop?
No. I was born before rap. I remember Uncle Wayne who had a watch, who had a chain, who had a pinky ring, and who had cars that they owned in barbershops. Yeah, I'm a barbershop.
He did his part and answered his question, but he did not let that contradictory comment slide.
To go back to your feelings, yeah, I think I'm contradicting.
No, we stand on
no.
This ain't no feelings.
No, you didn't have me
up brain.
That's why I don't like talking to young.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm young.
How are you?
I'm old enough to know I'm staying no business to answer the question.
How are you? Because you're asking me a question and you won't let me answer.
Things started to get heated. He was getting defensive, trying to prove himself. But as he was trying to talk, words were just flying in the air. Things weren't going his way, and it looked like he wasn't going to win this one. So he did what he does best.
You asked me a question.
What you want to get home with you? I asked you something.
Your first question was.
What's to it? Let me see how old they got
Get back their money. They want to let me ask some questions.
Another moment was the interview with Danza Project. Charleston checked Orlando during an interview with the Danza Project. Orlando likes to joke around, even when the topic is serious. But when he brought up the topic of minors getting married, he made it seem like a joke, and Charleston wasn't about to let that slide. It got him really angry.
These be chucking, man, they chucking blood up in these 14-year-old girls, man, and you got the Muslim community being the number one race to do this shit, man.
He emphasized that he can't just laugh off these kinds of conversations, that they're sensitive. When he tried to play down the situation, Charleston had to step in. He doesn't like the disrespect, especially when it comes to issues like this. But Orlando wasn't even trying to have a serious conversation, so Charleston had to put him in his place.
This what you can't do. You can't ask no serious question with this. You just got to be with the bullshit.
Absolutely.
Well,
Charleston wasn't there for the games, so he called out Orlando for the way he was acting.
They comes here for great conversation, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So you lose them with this.
Which led to an altercation between them.
I'm sitting happy. I'm sitting back. Hold on. I'm sitting back trying to see why he bringing this character here.
Charleston couldn't take it anymore.
No, see, that's what I'm saying. This with some bullshit.
All the bullshit.
No, he done come. He done sat on with the line. Come on, homie.
He wanted to have a real discussion, and every time Orlando tried to act up, Charleston was like, "Nah, bro, keep it serious." But you know how Orlando gets. Like the time Danza asked Orlando about the comment he made about Bow Wow.
Bow Wow had
You got that
bomb. Okay. Shaquille O'Neal, he got that curry chicken, and he got curry chicken.
What is he talking about?
Reaction to the question got Charleston so mad.
Why would you say it about Bow Wow if it wasn't true?
You give me a strap, I'm going to strap. Homie, like this, homie, this why they gotta think they crazy. They do it. Because between him and Jaguar Wright, they never sit down and have a serious conversation. It's always some theatrics to it.
He had enough when Orlando made the daddy comment. He was so done that he stood up and left.
Beat our kids. What did they tell our kids?
They don't do that, yeah. You gotta call them off.
Next up, we have the heated exchange Charleston had with Queensflip on the quiet room. He kept it real the whole time. He talked about how some people online who were coming for him over the whole Tatiana Jefferson situation and other community issues. He called them internet gangsters. He talked about how they're acting tough, and he even claimed that they threaten him with violence like they know him. Later in the interview, he checked Queensflip on the whole Philly issue. He talked about Pop Hunter getting exposed for snitching at 13.
What was your stance on it? Because, you know, people stopped messing with him. Uzi Vert and a couple of people out there stopped messing with him because of the paperwork that came out of him by the code that we was raised on.
Man, wasn't no 13-year-old kid raised on that code.
How you know that? How you know that?
Pop witnessed a murder at a young age and spoke to the authorities about it, but the streets labeled him a snitch, and Charleston didn't find that cool. Queensflip kept pushing that people stop rocking with Pop because he didn't stick to the code, and Uzi Vert distanced himself from Pop after paperwork came out, labeling him a snitch.
Man, we wasn't on no code, bro.
You changed your life.
Listen, homie. We was all kids on no code. There wasn't no code at 13.
He corrected Queensflip for expecting a 13-year-old to stay quiet after seeing something like that is straight up crazy. He's saying the streets got it twisted. If a grown man can handle a kid doing the right thing, that says more about the streets mentality than anything else.
The human brain doesn't develop until at or around 25. So you telling me that's just a normal brain? That's just a normal fucking brain.
Something that you learned, you had to read.
No.
I didn't read it, homie.
I didn't read it, homie. I'm telling you, I'm working with it. I'm working with these killers.
He was making it clear that he was talking about real life, not just something learned from the internet or some paper. He was trying to get Queensflip to understand that, but Queensflip kept acting like he was stuck on the internet, missing the whole point.
He's 13.
He's stuck on the internet. I'm telling him now. I'm telling you the internet. That's why he's He's an internet. He's an internet. Don't convict me about what I'm saying on the internet.
This is where things started heating up for real. Charleston wasn't liking the energy, but you could tell it was about to get serious.
Person, I'm telling you, the internet is a character. I'm telling you, the internet is a character.
They started yelling at each other, but Charleston had to shut him up, reminding Queensflip that he's getting paid to be there.
No, to spread gospel. You paid to get me here. What the f*** you talking about? To spread the gospel.
Not to spread no gospel.
To spread the gospel. I spread the gospel. You paid to talk to me.
They eventually calmed down, but I can't say the same for this next interview. Now, Lil Pistol thought he was being funny, but Charleston wasn't in the mood for jokes. They were sitting there, having a regular conversation about Memphis and how serious things can get in those streets. Everything seemed fine until Lil Pistol, out of the blue, asked Charleston about slapping him.
What would you do if I slapped the shit out of you? You don't die. Fuck talking about Hollywood.
Lil Pistol may have thought he was being playful, but Charleston wasn't feeling it at all.
He never hit nobody, never shot nobody, but he ready for it.
I hope you're a bad motherfucker.
He snapped and started going off on him.
I said sit down. Come on, man, stop him.
At the end of the interview, it was clear that the situation wasn't going to end well for this day, so he got fed up and left.
I don't need J's. I bought these shorts.
Next, we have his interview on 979 with Jazzy Black. During the conversation, Charleston had some strong opinions about the radio station and the church not showing up in the community like they used to.
Greg Abbott, I work and live in this city. And when I say the radio station, the church is invisible to our communities. Most people don't even know where this radio station is. We don't even know what y'all look like. I hear you, but this is my first time seeing you.
It feels like the radio doesn't seem to have a positive influence on the streets anymore.
It's not a narrative, it's a fact.
It's not a fact.
I live here.
Just because I live here too.
So, but you work here at this station.
And I grew up here.
It's our ears that keep these doors open. If we quit listening, they stop paying.
I agree.
So what I'm saying is there should be an obligation from the radio station, which we don't see. You can line up to any community, any school.
They both went into a heated debate and it got real personal.
I did a whole murder change me event with the Dallas County prosecutor. prosecutor's office, homicide division.
Okay.
That, listen, the radio never spoke of nothing, but they'll speak of a viral moment, a viral video.
What are you talking about? You pulling shit out of your ass. Like, I myself go down to juvenile detention centers. Like, we out here doing groundwork.
Let's not make it personal.
I'm not making it personal.
You said I, and I said the radio. I don't know you, but I don't know you though.
Okay, so
I'm
let's
just one person.
I said the radio.
He checked them on the fact that they're practically invisible. As a guy who's been putting work in the community, sitting on panels and everything, he had no problem.
Now he got a
saying
point.
it's straight.
I don't know what nobody at the radio station look like.
Working in the community have sit on many panels in this city. You guys are invisible, just like the church.
Okay.
We hear you, but we don't see you.
Okay.
And you guys have minimal impact in effect in the doubt.
His statement has got to be tough to hear, especially when he's talking
He be
about
speaking
how
facts,
impact
though.
they actually have in places like Dallas and Fort Worth. All he's saying is, for all the noise they make, their presence is not really felt.
We need to learn how to stop debating. And if I disagree with you, you disagree with me, no more talking. Can't we disagree?
But there has to be a
It
conversation. And I think
doesn't. We cannot come to a common agreement to say we disagree to disagree and not take it personally.
that's exactly what's happening
No,
here.
no, ma'am. You said you take it personally.
I said I took it personally. Then TK said there and talked to me. I mean, that,
He said there's no point arguing
That's it.
because